Hello, hello, hello. Now stop, my puppy. All right, here we go. Hi guys, just did a full moon reading with you guys. No, buddy, it's just me. It's just me. Yeah. Yes, I love you too. Can you hear my snorter? It's a little Frenchy. Yeah, so I just did the full moon reading. If you haven't watched it, guys, go back and look at it because the energies are still strong. If you're watching this between the first and the third, we of September, 2023. We've got a lot of changes happening, a lot of planets moving around out there. We've got a retrograde finishing. This is why I wanted to come on and do this September, because and I'm going to go through a general, and then I'm going to go through each one. So I'm going to pull a couple cards for each sign. So definitely want to sort of look at that. What's going on in your sign and your rising signs and things of that nature. But we have a retrograde finishing. Yay, finally. So I bet you a lot of you guys out there have been having some troubles, struggles, challenges. August was really a challenging month for a lot of people. I, it was for me. So I'm really glad and excited that this Venus retrograde is going to go direct on September 3rd. So you've got the energies of the moons and the planets because our full moon just finished, a beautiful, beautiful full moon, big blue super moon. So if you haven't seen it, definitely take a peek at it. Like your news channels and everything had it. So, but we're going to get started. So September 3rd, what's happening? Venus is going to go direct. What does that mean? That means that a lot of your struggles and challenges that you went through are going to show signs of positivity and things of opportunity to come for September. So hopefully you were paying attention to what those struggles were. So if you were having struggles in like finance, your relationships and things of that nature, your opportunities for growth in those areas is going to be huge. There's going to be opportunity. Now, when I put my videos up here, it's a lot about energy, a lot about what is going on, and how you handle your energies and how you manifest your energies and how your mindset is. So, being a transitional coach, a spiritual coach, we think from our spirit first, and then we go to our head, and then we act or we don't act, or we speak or we don't speak. So, this is going to be big for you guys in September. All right. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, thank you. I love having new people. I would love comments. I love your comments. Comments are huge to me because it tells me where either I'm growing, where I need help, or where I need, like sometimes, do you understand the readings? Did it resonate with you? I love the comments. So please don't ever hesitate. I'd love to even just know where you're coming from. And if you subscribe, say, hey, I'm from India. I'm from the United States. I'm from Germany. I like your channel, whatever. I just love the feedback and the comments, positive or negative. If it is profanity, though, it will be taken down. Anything super negative, I don't need negative energies in my channel. So if you're new, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a divine card. What does that mean? That is the initial, the cards are a resource. Divine and who is ever on the other side, who's your guides, are, helping you. However, divine is the source. We want to call it divine God, a power, energy, universe, whatever. However, this is the message that is coming through. This is where my intuitiveness comes in, and the rest of it just comes through as I do the reading and from the other side. So let's get started. So we're talking about September for all the signs, and then again, I'll go into each sign and pull a few cards for each sign. All right? So here we go. So what is divine telling us? Remember I said, and I can't make this stuff up. In fact, I don't look at other readers. I don't. And I'm like, oh, am I doing good? Am I on track? And then I go watch some other readers just to see what they're doing for the month. And I'm blown away. It's like, wow, how did I know that stuff? I don't know how God does it, but you'll hear me call God a him. God is an energy. Okay, it's just the way that I grew up and brainwashed. But I just call him to give him just the grace and the but it is an energy, all right? God is an energy. So we have what he's trying to tell us for the month of September. All those struggles and challenges, woo, are going to be bearing fruit. It is the number 3. So as you know, I do numerology as well and astrology a little bit here and there. And the number 3 is about acknowledging that you have gone through the hard times, you have gone through the struggles, you have gone through the challenges, and now here's the time to bear fruit. Okay, bearing fruit means the rewards. So you can either look at them in a negative, or you can look at them at a, oh man, why is it that I always have to go through these struggles? Why is it that I always have to go through this crap? Well, you're looking at it in a negative way. You have to look at it as like, okay, I'm going through this. There's a reason for it. What am I supposed to learn from it? What am I supposed to grow from it? Because now September is going to show you if you can manifest positive things in your life, which you should be able to, because anybody can manifest whatever they want. And I do. I mean, I do. And then sometimes I start going backwards into my old worldly mindset and I manifest crap. And that's because my mindset went back there. So again, divine is going to show you this fruit. He's going to show you what it is that you've gone through in all of August and July and June. I want to say the summer. I keep seeing 333, which is the number 3 here for bearing fruit, which is acknowledging everything that you've gone through is now time for some rewards. Doesn't mean everything's going to go right, but it does mean that if you're paying attention, things are going to go better. The current energies for September is the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, selflessness, humility, and conscious action, the number 2. Um, this is the current energy because what you're trying to do is manifest things not only for yourself, but for others. So whatever it is that you're doing in your life, you should be manifesting for others. You keep yourself in it. Yeah, I would like to go to, um, say, Hawaii. God forbid, poor Maui. It just made me cry. Literally, I've been there to Lahaina, and it just makes me cry. But the thing is that say you want to go to Hawaii, but maybe there's somebody else that wants to go. Say you want to go by yourself, but there's somebody else that would love to go, but is terrified to go by themselves. Saying, hey, why don't we do this together? That's helping somebody else get through a fear, but it's also maybe giving you some extra pleasure for yourself to be able to do it alone. That's humility. Just doing acts of kindness this month. Okay, because I keep hearing kindness, kindness, kindness. So you might want to do that. All right. I'm going to pull one more energy and then we're going to go into a spread. This is your current energy for September, bearing fruit. A lot of the times, too many cards. A lot of the times, bearing fruit is from selflessness. Okay, bearing fruit comes from helping others, paying it forward. There's some things that I posted on my transitional um, coaching website today. Is just bearing fruit of others. Giving others to others in some way. It doesn't have to be money. Could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time, or just listening. Or maybe you're in the grocery store and an elder drops something and you can see they're having a hard time. Pick it up for them. That's what it means. That's all it means. Okay. And you're also, this goes hand in hand with these though, too. So we have the number 9. It's definitely in the forefront, and encouragement. Okay. Encouragement being that it is in the forefront. Number 9. 9 can have an intensity. 9 can also be of your desires and your wants and your needs, of not needs, but desires and wants. But it also can be something to encourage anybody, even with a kind word. Again, here we go back to the elder, just helping them out, giving them a smile. Maybe, who we do not know what is going on with people these days. Okay, we don't. Every single person on this earth is going through something. What is it they're going through? I don't know. What is it you're going through? I don't know. However, hang on, because September is going to ease up a little bit. Okay, I love it. Jupiter's going into retrograde, and then we've got some Saturn and Mercury issues. So there's a lot of things in September that are going to try and manifest in ruling, trying to get balance. So what is right, what is wrong, trying to rule in what we need to be doing for ourselves, that kind of a thing. Not quite sure why my thing did that. But yeah, so we want to be doing that. All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the general, for the all signs, and for the everybody out there. And then we'll go into signs. Yeah, the devil. Some separation going on. Separation meaning that there is something going on that you're going to need to separate from. Probably that has to do with your bearing your fruit. So, in order to get away from something, you have to, or get into something new, you have to leave something. Okay. Yeah, this has been a stressful time this last couple of months for somebody. Okay, that is the Nine of Swords. Again, here we have the number nine. So when we see numbers duplicated, triplicated, quadruplated, or whatever you want to call it, and you made a new word today, then we need to pay attention to those numbers. Okay, so we have the number two, number three, and two number nines. Okay, so two nines meaning this has to do with your wants and desires. I don't know who this is for, but I'm really getting a message through is you are not being yourself. And this is what's putting you in this situation. So, a mindset for somebody out there, you're making wrong decisions, poor choices in the past, okay? Because this is the past. Till today, because today is a new day, in the past, you're making poor choices and it's bringing you into a situation you don't want to be in. Now, that could be money, that could be family, that could be relationships, whatever it is. I don't know what that is for you. However, there is a lot of stress going on around this burden that it is not allowing you to sleep. It's not allowing you to eat properly. It's got your mind more on the problem than the solution. Thank you for that. That was beautiful. This it's more around the problem than the solution. So not quite sure what that is. I think this is where your selflessness comes in and encouragement, whether you need encouragement or not. You can always comment. You can always message me as well. Definitely, if you're needing help. I've had people from all over the world. I've helped, and some of it is through the cards, and some of it's just through my intuition reading. All right, definitely number nine again. 3 times we've got the number nine, guys. So this is definitely about your wants and desires, and the number nine means pay attention to it because it's like right there in front of your face. It's sort of like when something is in front of your face, but then we don't see it. But then later down the line, we actually see it. And we're like, why didn't I see that? It was there the whole time because it wasn't the right timing. And Divine says you weren't ready. If you were ready, he would have showed it to you a long time ago. However, you weren't ready because if he would have given it to you back then, when you really should have been seeing it, then you would have misused it or missaid it or whatever it is. All right, so I don't know who that's for somebody. Boy, we are on a spiritual battle for somebody. There's a spiritual battle going on here. So again, somebody's trying to work on things, but I think they're working on them in the wrong way. Some people are actually trying to get things in order. I don't know what that is for you because we've got the nine of, and it's facing to bring in peace and happiness again and things that you want. Be really, really mindful of really what you want and what you desire because if you start thinking about it a lot, it's going to manifest. So if you start thinking, oh, um, you know what, I'm not a good person. I'm not pretty. I'm not, handsome. I'm not smart. I'm not this. You're going to start manifesting that and you're going to start believing it. This is I have a series on sexual abuse, and that is something that was taught to me when I was going through my earlier ages. I was brainwashed to think in those things, and then I began to think it um, literally until I got help and I figured it out. Now I got secular counseling didn't help me one bit. I got spiritual counseling helped me a lot, but actually in 2019 is when Divine came through and helped me and healed me in an instant. He didn't heal me. He's you're never going to forget, but please forgive. So be careful and mindful what you're wanting and desiring, because you're working on it now. If you're manifesting it or whatever, I'm not quite sure. So in the middle of your reading, you've got the Four of Swords. Four of Swords being that is something that you might need to look into some health issues. You might need to look into some taking care of your health, going to the doctor. This could be something as much as going to the dentist, but it also is about maybe somebody's. I keep hearing sleep apnea. Somebody's got some sleep apnea going on out there, and really paying attention to that because when you have those conditions, sometimes it hinders us because we don't realize there's a domino effect in our body. So, like if you have a tooth problem, it could go to your ears, it could go to your head, it could go to your brain, those kind of things. So, when you have sleep apnea, you can actually be super fatigued. You could be tired all the time. You could want to sleep all the time. Your blood pressure may be off, all kinds of things. So be mindful of that because this is for somebody. It's the number 4. So something's off in the foundation. Now we're talking about bearing fruit as well for September. So it could also mean that you really need to be paying attention to those things so that you can actually get what you want in sleep, get what you want. So it's basically bringing peace back to your life. Okay, if you bring peace back to your life, you're going to have everything that you want because now you are working on self rather than other people. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense to somebody, but that's what somebody needed to hear. We have the Queen of Pentacles, definitely. Somebody might be moving and doing a different job because I have the Six of Swords next. So, but the Six of Swords is moving away from Pentacles. So that might be a job change for somebody. That might be, maybe they're doing something different. It might be a job change or it may be something added on to a job. Remember what we do, anything we do to make money, that it should go from my hand to another to help another person. So anything in my leather work, I might give them a discount. I might take extra time if it's a personal thing or somebody lost a loved one and they have an heirloom they want repaired and fixed. I might go the extra mile to take care of that. That sounded like my truck outside. Better not be my truck. Anyway, so be looking for those kind of things to help somebody through not financially giving them money, but through something you're doing to financially help somebody. Somebody may be moving away and it's going to cost a little bit of money. I'm looking at that. And this is a struggle for somebody. I am hearing that somebody is either needing to move, wanting to move, and it's an internal struggle. This is something that in September you're really trying to decide what to do. Your challenge card is the Hierophant. Again, the Hierophant, the number 7 card for me, is a challenge card. This means that you're struggling with your inner soul, you're struggling with your spirit. So, what that's telling me is that you're not paying attention to your intuition, that you're paying attention to your head. So, your intuition is where your heart and spirit lies. So, pay attention to that first. And all these answers or whatever you're going through, so that you can bear the fruit this month, get the rewards, get everything from that hard earned work, that it is going to come to fruition. This is a spiritual battle for somebody, like I said in the beginning. This is a spiritual battle. So I'm going to tell whoever that is that's in this spiritual battle to get encouragement. So this again is the number 9, 3 times. Really pay attention to this reading if this is resonating with you because you need to give encouragement and you know who it is who you need to give encouragement to, lift them up, support them, or somebody needs to encourage you. I don't know which way that is. However, the number 9 is there because it's going to bring something closer together. I don't know what that is. I don't know. But you're struggling about it. You're just struggling about it. So we have the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 to encourage. So whatever it is you're so worried about, let it go. Let it go. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. This is more in your past, your recent past. So definitely something is separating or it's unknown about the future. Um, there's a choice that needs to be made, and that's what you're struggling about. I don't know who that's for. Okay. But you're struggling about a decision probably with somebody else, and I want to say a relationship. So I think that you're not on the same page, whoever this is for. You're not on the same page, and you might not even be in the same book. Okay. Because if you're looking at things, and put it this way, it's a new relationship. It's not something that's been in the relationship for a while. Okay. It is a new relationship, that is trying to work, but somebody's really confused and they're not sure. That or this person has two people in their life and they're not sure who to choose. So I don't know if that's you or if that's somebody trying to figure you out, or maybe somebody was given an ultimatum. Hey, you know what? It's either them or me. I'm not going to play this two people game. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm monogamous kind of a thing. I'm not going to play this game. So I don't know who that's for, but this is definitely something that is moving in the direction in September to bear fruit. So stay strong, stay with your standards, stay with your morals if this is you, to keep moving forward, because there is change. Change is going to happen. Okay, change is going to happen. But stay in love and kindness. Again, humility and conscious action. Really pay attention to your actions. Pay attention to your word, especially with this Jupiter retrograde coming. And before the third, zip it until after the third. But remember to use kind words. You know what? I was just ghosted, so it's like, okay, was this person was talking about being, having integrity and morals and being honest and truth giving, and then in a week they're ghosting and we're having a really good time conversations. Oh, I like your energy, I like your vibes, blah blah blah, and then gone. And I'm like, that is such the most immature attitude or thing to do to a person. It's like, be mature. Say, hey, you know what? I cannot, this is not my cup of tea. Or, you know what? We're not going in the same direction. We're not in the same book. We're not in the same chapter. It was nice to meet you, but I'm going to keep moving. Nothing wrong with that. Put your big panties on. Put your big pants on, and be a person that has integrity and morals. That does not have integrity and morals, and that will tell you how a person's going to treat you if they were to stay with you. Anyway, I don't know who that was for, but there is change, and this is a good change. Okay, somebody in this relationship thing, I don't know what that's to, but it's walking away from money. Okay, it has to do with somebody having control of money. It has to do with somebody having too much control of money, is what I heard. Too much control. And then we have the King of Swords walking in the truth. Oh my gosh, I wish my one friend could sit here and listen to this, because this is actually going on in their life, in their relationship. Um, but this is going to change. This is going to change for the better in September, because it is something that's moving into the future. Again, we have the Hierophant for your challenge card, and the clarification for that is the Hermit, the Hangman, and the Ten of Swords. Man, Divine, you could have not picked any better card. The reason being is the Hermit is a Virgo energy that has to do things alone. They're also analyzing and making sure that what they've chosen or what they've done is on point. So they're very analytical in how they move. So being spiritual and analytical, they're trying to figure out what it is they need to do. This again, you need to go to the spirit, okay? And the Hermit Virgo energy, being an Earth energy, definitely, you have to walk the walk alone and just do what you need to do. The Hangman again is insightful in spirit, and it's insightful in intuition. So whoever this is for, it's gonna finish quickly, and you're gonna be happy, whatever it is, because it keeps bringing in negative energy. All right, I don't know what that is for you. However, definitely, gosh. And then we have the King of, or we have the Emperor on the bottom. Power. There's power in that. There's power in your words, power in what you do, and power where you go. So really be mindful, whoever this is. Now, this could be a relationship, but this could also be a relationship with your boss. This could be also a friend that, you know what, hey, but usually when somebody's in such big turmoil over something, it has to do with a relationship, mostly a close relationship. However, this is a new relationship because we've got the Two of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Cups in the sort of the recent past. So I don't know who this is for, but again, really be mindful in what you want to do. All right, let's see what we're going to do forward. I need to know, Divine, anybody on the other side, what other message we have to give for September before I go into each sign. again, death, separation, devil, death, power, a lot of things with change, things finishing, things moving on. The Nine of Wands, and again, the Ace of Wands. September is your opportunity to share what you need to do, get rid of the burden of what you need to get rid of, and then also to be loving to yourself. This is humility to yourself. This is honor to yourself. This is saying, I am worth it. I am, um, I deserve a loving relationship. I deserve better to keep up to my standards and my goals. Now, if your standards and your boundaries and everything are low, maybe getting some help, coaching of some type to bring those up, because everybody is very much valuable and priceless on this earth. All right. So again, an encouragement. Okay, so we all need encouragement while we go through a hard time. However, this person's in the middle of it. So if you're in a new relationship and you're in a middle, you're still making a hard decision of something. So is it, do I stay? Do I go? Do they love me? Do they not love me? Oh my gosh, just ask them. Where are we? Are we on the same page? I love you. You love me. I'm in love with you. Are you in love with me? Where are we going with this? Are we just friends with benefits? Are we friends? Are we, going towards marriage, or what are we going towards trying to make this long term? What is it? Get on the same page, because that's where this newness is. Okay. There's got to be a lot of communication and opportunity. A lot of tens, ones, nines here. This means it's happening. It's frequent. It's fresh. It's moving. And you need to have somebody around encouraging you. Now, that person who's encouraging you, please make sure that they have a spiritual side, that they believe in God, a higher power, or whatever, because if they aren't, or if they don't, say they're atheists, they don't have anything spiritual to go on. You really need to listen to your intuition at the bottom of the bottom of the day, to really listen to your intuition and see where it is you want to go in the future. And like I tell my clients, I say, okay, where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Where do you want to be? And in relationships, where do you want to be? I asked a young gentleman in his early 20s, one of my coworkers, I said, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Do you want to be doing this in 1 year? Do you want to be doing this in 5 years? Do you want to be doing this in 10 years? And they looked at me like, oh, I didn't think about that. Because it's like, what are you doing this for? This is not your purpose. This is not your calling. What are you doing this for? All right. So really be mindful in September. All the things that you went through are trying to bear fruit. It's your mindset, it's your spirit, it's your intuition that you really have to listen to. You need help, let me know. I can help coach you, or I just can help listen to you, that kind of a thing. All right. So we are still in September, but now I'm going to go ahead and go through each sign. I am not really going to go in any designed order. I'm going to give one divine card, and I'm going to pick 3 cards for that sign. I'm going to give you a really quick synopsis. If you want to know more about your sign in September, comment, email me. We can do a reading. All right. And you can go to my website, The Divine Warrior Intuitive, to see how much it is and all that kind of stuff. Or if you're on a budget and you're struggling, just email me. All right. So here we go. So we're going to do Gemini's first. All right. And again, we're going to get Divine's message for Geminis. Divine, I need Geminis. We're working on Geminis. Anybody in the Geminis or a Gemini rising sign? What do you have to say for them for September 2023? And then I'm going to go into 3 cards, and we're going to see what the energy is there for you guys. All right, Geminis. Oh, interesting. Okay, now I just shuffled. Okay, I just did a general reading, and I have all these cards upright. I always put the cards back upright. It's interesting. I find this very interesting. If Divine gives me this card every time, I know, and I would not be surprised actually. So, Gemini's, you're what Divine's trying to tell you is you're not paying attention. As we had before from the Divine's card for the all signs, it is bearing fruit, but it is upside down. Okay. It is also the number 3. So you're not acknowledging the positive things in your life. So Geminis, really focus in on noticing the things that you're grateful, the things that you are needing. There's I keep hearing the word opportunities. Don't pass up an opportunity this month. Something is trying to show you something in this month of September, and acknowledge. Once you start acknowledging the things that are more uplifting, peaceful, joy filled. That's divine. That's what he's trying to get you to pay attention to. If they're negative, all that kind of stuff, you need to stop yourself and say, why am I focusing in on this? Because you're stopping manifestation. When you do that, you're stopping manifestation. All right. So really focus in because it's bearing fruit upside down in reverse. Okay. When we do things in reverse, we sort of we get our low vibrations going, our low frequencies going, and we then tend to sit there. I keep seeing this. I don't know why when I get stagnant, I see a mud pool. You know, like the elephants walking and it's just mud, or I see horses when it's rained and it's just a mud puddle, and they get in it and roll it and they come out all black. That's what I'm seeing. It's like something stagnant. You're not paying attention to it, Geminis. I don't know what that is for whoever that is. So let's see what other cards he has for Geminis. Again, more spiritual stuff. Oh my gosh, same stuff. We have the Hangman, we have Two of Pentacles, and we have um, the Emperor. So again, let me hear. I'm hearing a bunch of stuff. Hang on a second. He keep telling me stop trying to do so many things or try to please so many people. So this is the Emperor saying that you've really got to take hold of where you're putting your attention, where you're putting your time, where you're putting your schedule. Okay, where you're putting it, because there is definitely you're not paying attention to. Um, you got too much going on. Okay, and maybe this is where you're not bearing fruit is because you're not focusing in on one thing. I don't know who that's for. So you're not acknowledging. This is probably me because I'm a workaholic. But the thing is that you're not focusing in on, and you're missing the light. You're missing the higher vibration. You're missing divine trying to show you something. Oh man, I should have brought some water. So I don't know what that is for you. Okay. So you really want to pay attention because something is telling you got too much on your plate. Time to take a couple of things off. That's when you're going to turn this upright. Okay. Sorry. I've had a cold for a little while, and so I'm just really struggling with runny nose and stuff like that. So really pay attention to that. What is it that you're doing? You got too much going on, and stop thinking about what other people are thinking. You really need to go to your higher self, your higher to get higher peace. Okay, Gemini's. So pay attention to any negative thoughts. Flip that around, positive to start to manifest, and then go ahead and empty your plate on one thing. I don't know what it is. And if you're going to school, maybe you've got too many things going on in school. Maybe you need to step back and see what you need to cut back on, even just for if you want to go out and socialize. I'm seeing somebody wanting to go out all the time. Yet you can't do that if you're in school. You've got to get buckled down and do some grades and get your homework done and get things turned in. Yeah, it's really nice when somebody asks you to go out and do things. However, um, you got to put your priorities first because that's why this is staying upside down. You're not putting your priorities first. Gemini. Okay. All right. That was for Gemini. So we're going to go to Libras next. Libras. Oh, Libras. I'm a working shop and I took a break today. I said, you know what? I've had some days off. And so I am just sitting here trying to take a break, and people are trying to. I just should turn off my phone again, right? But you know what? Gotta make money. Oops, gotta make money. But I said, you know what? I'm taking a break. I haven't been able to do a lot of readings, and I want to come back and do these readings. I've had so much peace in these 4 days off. of my other job. I just um, I just love it. I wish I could do this full time. You guys gotta like comments, and you gotta spread the word, and you gotta get me on the page where I can do more, so I can monetize, so I can stay home. But that's not my goal purpose. My goal purpose is because I love to do this for you guys. Anyway, so we are on Libras. Libras, we are wishing upon a star. Okay, it is also the number 9, 10, 11, 12, so it's number 3. Noticing what you really want and desire. What is it that you're dreaming to do? What is it the dream? What's your bucket list? Divine is saying, I want you to do what you were made to do. This is your purpose, your calling. She is holding it with all her heart. If you're in a job or if you're in a relationship that is not lifting you up and encouraging, because again, this month was about encouragement, if it's not about supporting you, then yeah, you're not in the proper place. You're not in the right place, guys. It is about what you want and what you desire and acknowledging it and how to get there. How do you get there? You have to have faith sometimes. Sometimes you have to let go and have faith. Okay. I know that, and you're like, oh, here we go with this religious stuff. No, this is faith in a power. Did I not plug you guys in? This is faith in a power. Sorry, I'm probably going to move this for a second. That you have the power in yourself of what you want to do. Okay, this is your power. You know, you are so powerful. Your mind is. You can manifest anything. What is it that you want? You want to travel? You want to, you know, let's be realistic now, not fantasy, guys. Because I'm like, they're like, yeah, not fantasy. I'm like, not fantasy, but realistically, what do you want to do? You can do it and manifest it. I've gone from homeless to a shop business owner in a year. I never thought I could do it, but as soon as I let go of this mindset and let divine move, then I was able to buy a business and start in 1 year. Okay, so whatever it is, if I can do that, and I was, oh gosh, how old was I? I think I was 43, 44, somewhere around there. I mean, starting late, but I made it, and I'm still that business owner. All right, so Libras, your cards are the Ace of Swords, the Empress, and the Lovers. So somebody wants to have maybe a baby. Somebody wants to. You're gonna have to discuss this with whoever your partner is, or maybe you're trying to have a baby. This is not for all Libras, but somebody is really, really having that deep, deep desire. That's got to be a communication between you and the partner who you're going to have this baby with. So you really, really want that, then you need to go for it and not be afraid. Don't walk in fear. I'm going to tell you, this is not the time to walk in fear, because there is a lot of bearing of fruit. That's the September. That's the September message, and you've got to talk about it, and you've got to be honest about it and your authentic truth. It's sort of like I had a friend who she didn't want kids, he didn't want kids, and then they got married, and they were like, "Hey, ho, really good." And then she began to want a child because she was young when she made that decision. And then later, she mentioned, "Hey, I'm thinking about, and he's like, no, 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 no. They ended up getting a divorce. He remarried and then had a kid. So things change, but you've got to discuss them, and you got to discuss them. Now, this is a relationship too, and what you're wishing upon now, if this is a relationship that you're getting into, because we got the Lovers card, a lot of it has to do with your discussion of what you want in the future. Okay, where do you want to live? Where do you want to go? What do you want to be in? What do you want to do? This is a time for discussion. Wishing upon a star is your heart's desires. This is a time to be your authentic self, Libras. You've got to discuss it. But this is your center of your September is about nurturing a relationship, nurturing yourself of what you yourself really, really want. Okay, nurturing. Okay, it's the number 3 twice. Okay, there is 2 number 3s right there in the center. What does that mean? Acknowledge what you want, go for it, do it in love, and love yourself first, and then everything will else come together with your relationship. If it doesn't, because you're talking in truth then. If it doesn't, Libras, then Divine is saying, I'm trying to protect you. It's got to go. I've got somebody better, or I've got something else better for you. But I want to say this is a relationship because of the lovers. Now, it could be a relationship. Um, I don't think this is a boss because the Empress is a feminine energy. It could be between two friends, two female friends. It could be three a female boss or whatever. But I think this is more of an intimate thing, and I really do think it is either around a relationship and getting what you want from your relationship, but you've got to talk about it and be honest and truthful about it. And I keep hearing the word fear, Libras. Don't walk in fear. If you walk in fear, how can you get your desires? You can't. You're stifling yourself and you're stifling the relationship. And if the relationship isn't supposed to be, then it's time to let it go so that you can get the person that you're supposed to want, or you're supposed to desire, and divine wants to give you. All right. So Libras, that's you. If you want more of a reading, Libras, for September, you can set up a booking from my website, the Divine Warrior Intuitive. But we're going to go on to Aquarius. Okay, we're going to move on to Aquarius. We're going to get Divine's card. I use this deck all the time because this is Divine's deck. As you can see, it's pretty worn. I don't shy away from it because I meditate it and pray over it. This is his deck. This is his message. And I have to honor that because it's sacred to me. Anything that is his and his alone, because it's his power, his energy, and he doesn't share it. I say he, but he's an energy. Okay, you guys, it's like, why does she always call him he? Why does she? Because that's the way I was brainwashed when I was a kid. But divine is an energy, whether you want to say universe, creator, whatever. All right. All right. So we're going to Aquarius. Aquarius, divine. What do you have for Aquarius? Anybody who wants to come through for Aquarian energies or rising Aquarians, please come through at this time. Oh my goodness. Let's see, which deck do I want? Most of you guys know, if you follow my channel at all, that I'm a Disney buff. I like Disney, and I'm moving back into my office. Hopefully here in the next couple of days. So, but I'm moving back there. My daughter's off to college, and now I can get my office back, at least for a while. All right, Aquarius, what energies do you have that you want for Aquarians to know, please? Anybody on the other side, come through. Divine, what message do you have? All right, for Aquarians. Oh, what's going on with you guys? What is going on? Oh my gosh. I don't know how many times the Ten of Swords has shown up today. Holy Toledo. What is going on with you guys? But you know what? The Venus retrograde is over. It's going direct the third. So there's a lot of things that are just sort of like, finally, the dam is broken. It's finally, the stress is over. The challenges are over and all that kind of stuff. So Divine is sharing with you that this is the number 8 and it's a tall tale. Okay, it's a tall tale. When we see this, it's funny because he has like Pinocchio in the center. Again, somebody's not sharing the truth, or they're creating an illusion, or they're trying to manifest for their own good. They're also, it could be manifesting something that you shouldn't be in. I don't know if this is you or something coming at you, like they're trying to talk you into something. Really stand if your intuition is saying, no, I don't want to spend that money. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. No, whatever it is, then don't, because there's probably more to the story that you cannot see. Okay? Aquarium. Aquarium. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Chariot. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay? So something coming to an end is moving to an end, but it's also moving to a new beginning. Now, what does that mean for Aquarians? It means that there's an energy that is coming in that is causing some movement. Now, it's going to be a faster movement. You probably are not going to feel comfortable about it, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means that it's like, okay, it's a little moving a little too fast for my comfort. So sometimes when things move too fast, put the brakes on so that you can wait and see what the outcome is. sort of like that guy ghosting me after 1 week. Yeah, we had really some good talks, business talks, had a really good time, but then at 1 week he goes, what is the deal with that? So I don't put all my apples into one cart. I wait and I pay attention and I watch and I listen and then I observe and then the outcome comes. Well, he ghosted. That's fine. Maybe I'm not his cup of tea. It's the immature way to do it, guys. Don't ghost people. Just say, hey, I'm really sorry. I just don't want to talk anymore. Or you're not my cup of tea, or you know what? It isn't what I thought. Be mature, guys. Be mature out there. I'm really sick of people not being mature. Just be honest with somebody. You know what? You're into texting and you're on the internet. You're on that. They don't even know who you are in reality. So, okay. And also, too, you know what? It just shows your maturity and your integrity and your character. Long story short, I don't know who that is. Whatever this is that is showing an illusion, it comes off to be a good thing. However, be really, really mindful because the Page of Cups is sort of a new thing, and I'm sort of curious about this. I really would like to maybe check into it, but it might take you down the wrong path. You're going to really have to know it's going to bring you down to a Y in the road. So be really, really mindful because you want to make the right choice in whatever it is. So please be mindful because it's going to bring you to something that is a good thing because we're in the month of September, opportunities and growth and success and things that came out of bad. But you have to be mindful in your energy and your mindset. So where is your mindset? Is your mindset spirit, mind, and then body, or is it head, spirit? If you're backwards, your mindset, and I can teach that. Actually, I think I have a video on that on my transformation coach thing. But be really, really mindful of where you're going to go with this. I'm a little worried because if somebody's weak, they're going to fall into the trap of somebody's manipulation, and they're going to trigger you. It's going to trigger you later. However, this is something that you really need to be careful for because it's about eight, number eight. This is about moving forward in a progress, hopefully a reward progress, a fruit bearing progress. But again, if somebody is not strong enough, Aquarians, then it's going to move them into a place that they wish they wouldn't have done. Follow your intuitions, guys. Really listen to your heart. Really listen. I know sometimes it's really, really hard, but this is a new thing out of curiosity. I don't think this is around money. Let me just. I don't think this is around money. I don't feel money in it at all. I feel it's with another person. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of relational stuff going on this month. All right. So Aquarians, that's you. If you would like more of your reading, please go ahead and go to my website, the divinewarriorintuitive.com, and book a reading. Not a problem there. Would love to. Or you can also make a comment. Please like and share, or subscribe to the channel. Would love you to be on the channel. So we're going to move into Cancers next. Cancers. So let's go there with Cancers. All right. Cancers. What do you got going for Cancers, Divine? Cancers. So this is for Cancers. Any Cancer rising in your sign. Please allow anybody to come through. Anything that you may want to share with Cancers, Divine. Allow this to be positive and high vibrational to bring you closer to you and your spirit and in their spiritual self. He cracks me up. A higher view, the number 5. Cancers. Cancers. What are you listening to? I keep hearing that you're doing things worldly. Number 5, it's unstable. Unstable, and it's just sort of new. It's fresh. It's not a normal way of doing things. This is something that I don't know what you're into right now, but you really need to listen to your higher self rather than listen to everybody around you. Whatever you're going through or whatever you're trying to do. Again, my daughter's a Cancer. She's in school, and I tell her all the time. Just ignore everything around you. Just do what you need to do. Focus in on what you want to make yourself happy and joy-filled. That moves you to a higher vibration, higher frequency. Your auras begin to expand, okay? And you really need this. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands and the King of Cups. See, this is about your desires. Everything in this month should be, well, it shouldn't be. I'm not surprised because the month of September is about bearing fruit. The Nine of Wands, however, though, definitely has something to say. Again, Nine of Wands is about communication. Maybe you're sharing the wrong things with somebody. Ace of Wands. So this definitely does have about communicating what you want, what you desire. We definitely need to pay attention. Again, something new is trying to work through. Something new is trying to happen. Definitely want to make sure that something is trying to break through. So pay attention to opportunities around you, Cancers. There's an opportunity coming up. Make sure it's a one that you want to do. This is your higher self wanting to do it. Please make sure that that's happening, and it'll bring you up. It'll rise you up. It'll make you feel good. This is something that gosh, this might be an opportunity. I don't know. Somebody wants to go into the food industry. Somebody wants to like own their own. I don't know what it is. Could be a food truck. Could be a winery. Could be a brewery. It could be just a restaurant. Could be wanting to go into culinary school. I keep hearing food. I keep seeing food. Definitely. Somebody else. Be really mindful of your health. You need to share those kind of things that are causing you uh, some problems in your health. Be able to share that with higher a doctor or whoever you need to do that with, naturopath, whatever. There's something going on that you're like, don't pay attention to it, whatever it is. Don't poo poo it. Don't say, oh, it's just this, it's just that. No, just go make sure it's checked out because this is a new energy. Again, it's a new energy. It's an energy of not quite getting there. So it's just in its manifestation of early stages. However, you've got to talk about it. There also is somebody that might be coming to you about sharing what they want to do. Again, this might be an opportunity for, I don't know, restaurant opening, something. And you really need to pay attention to your higher power. If it is a business deal and you're talking about that, please make sure you have your ducks in a row. Make sure that you have, your business plan and all that kind of stuff. I could go into business talk for you, but I don't want to. You can always comment or message me. However, this is something that might be looking to the future. Again, it's in the beginning stages, but there's a lot of talking around it. Really pay attention to your higher self, Aquarius. Definitely want to make sure. Um, Somebody is also too. I keep hearing aura, crown chakra, crown chakra. Somebody's trying to get into a higher sense of self. That you have to meditate and pray. You have to really open your heart up. If you're trying to know more about your spiritual self, you really need to encase yourself around people that do have that same ability or to learn from it. Don't just learn from anybody because you could be learning some not really good stuff. So if you're wanting to get into your chakras, your auras, and that kind of a thing, be sure that you go with somebody who is very, very experienced or a master in that. All right. Just be really mindful, really research what the person is into before you go into it. All right. Aquarians, that is for you. Or excuse me, Cancers. Cancers, that's for you. So Scorpio. Oh man, I should have brought some water. I didn't think I was going to do all these, but Divine says, do one of each. Do one of each. I'm like, okay, bring me some water. All right. So we are going to do Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. What do you have divine for Scorpios? Scorpio rising. Anybody that wants to come through for Scorpios? Scorpios, please come through. Divine, give me your message for Scorpios. Beyond the ordinary. Number 9. Number 9 keeps showing up every single time. Beyond the ordinary for Scorpios. That is a beautiful, beautiful picture. Oh my gosh, so colorful, so bright. And the number 9. Paying attention to things of the light. I keep hearing. Pay attention to things of the light. What that means is higher vibrations, higher frequencies, things that bring you love and joy, Scorpio. Bring love and joy. Bring peace. Bring happiness. I'm hearing paying it forward, um, beyond yourself. Gosh, they're just saying so many things. Selflessness. What else do you want me to share? Anything of that nature. Spiritual. Okay, things that you cannot see. Pay attention to the supernatural. All right, thank you. That's beautiful. Supernatural. Yes. These cards are so. I gotta get a new deck. These cards. These are my favorite. These are just my favorite. And a lot of people have all different kinds of cards. I love my cards. So hard to find cards that have good energies. I haven't been out and bought any new ones. I just love the ones that I have. Plus, I'm too busy. All right, Scorpios. Are these upside down? Yep. All right. So we have the Knight of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Star. All right. What do you want me to share here? Somebody's doing something as far as a job that they want, they're not doing. Put it this way. So you're not working the job that you're supposed to be working. Okay, and it's creating an imbalance. It's not your purpose and your calling, and that you're fearful to move away from that job because you're afraid that you're not going to make it. But if you move to your purpose and your calling and you begin to work in a higher frequency, higher vibration, you will actually manifest more. So definitely the Knight of Cups is about, and he's moving towards the King of Pentacles, which means he wants you to move towards that of what your calling and your purpose is. However, if you don't do that, you're just going to stay off balance. Okay. Temperance is about balance, but also Star is about bringing a lot of light and enchantment and happiness. But it's also bringing a cross between spiritual balance and worldly balance. And where this is going is, if you pay attention, remember Divine said beyond the ordinary, if you pay attention to the supernatural, which is you, your spirit, why do you like what you like? Why do you do this and that? And what you, some of it's DNA. However, the thing is, deep down, that's what you're created to be. So what is it that you're doing that you're not doing that you should be doing in your purpose and your calling? Whatever you have a passion for, whatever you have a desire for, that's one of the little buckets pouring water, okay, into the water. The other bucket is the world. It's pouring it, but it's pouring it onto the ground, which is not really filling up the water. It's just pouring it, and then it'll gradually trickle down, but it's not what you want. It's not what you desire. Okay? As you see that, that just trickles down, and that's world. So Divine is saying, I want you to pour everything into the career, the job that you really want and desire. And if you allow me to guide you and accept that, then let's go. Because what you're doing, you're not happy with. Okay? And that's when you have to go for that leap of faith. Step beyond the ordinary and trust that Divine will get you there. This is the number 9. This is out front. This is very intense energy. This is very out front energy. All right. So pay attention to what you're doing in your job and your career and everything of that nature, and move towards what you really, really, really want. Because if you were my client, I would ask you, are you in a job that you want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Is that where you want to be? Because if you don't change or do anything, that's where you're headed. All right. All right, Scorpio, that was yours. If you would like more of a reading for September, please look at my website, Divine Warrior Intuitive. Book an appointment. I would love to have a reading with you. Don't forget to subscribe for upcoming readings. And like, share, please comment. I would love to know where you're coming from or anything that you have. I appreciate that. So we're going to go on to Pisces. Pisces. We're going to go into Pisces. All right, Divine. We are looking at Pisces right now. Anybody on the other side that wants to come through, any guides, anybody that wants to help a Pisces or Pisces rising, Divine, if you can please give us what you would like to share with Pisces. Help somebody out there either create their own future or help heal them, help them in whatever manner that we can. Pisces. All right. Oh my gosh. I can't make that up. Pisces, you have the same thing as Scorpio. Beyond the future. You have to look at the supernatural. You have to look at the unordinary. You have to look at things that don't make sense. Because that's how divine works. He works where you don't make sense. But then when you do what he has guided you to do, then he actually is going to show you, and you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed because it's the right thing. It's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. I haven't used these tarot cards in a while. And the Four of Wands. Okay. So the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups and the Four of Wands. So creating something for your future, in your distant future. This isn't for your future now. I think what's going on is you're not paying attention to the steps. And what I'm hearing is I keep hearing steps, steps, steps. So what you're not paying attention to the steps. You're more focused on. Sorry, that was my dog. You're focused more on. It's sort of like focusing on the problem rather than the solution. So you're focusing on what's happening now rather than the outcome in the future. So here you want to be able to look at what is going on in your future and where you want to be. Again, this is almost the same as Scorpio. But you also got to trust in the supernatural, divine. So he's like, trust me, and I will bring you peace. I will show you the way. I will guide you in the ordinary. This is also paying attention to your crown chakra, your heart chakra, and your eye chakra, your third eye. So paying attention to those. And you'll be really surprised at how your vibrations and your energy raise and your aura begins to expand. So I'm about auras because I can feel your auras and I can sense your auras. I don't see them, but I definitely can see them and sense them, and I can feel how far they go out and how far they're in, how far I need to stand next to you, because if they're really, really close, that means you're really closed in and not open to growing yourself. Okay. So the Four of Wands is about the far future. Okay. Pisces, this is something that you really need to focus in on about growing what it is what you want. But you're really going to have to step back in yourself and say, you know what? I do think too much. I do analyze too much. I do overthink too much. And I need to just sort of step back and let things flow. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Let things flow. And that's when you're allowing divine and the supernatural to come in. It's when you're trying to control everything, then it's not going to happen because you're not allowing the universe, the energies, divine, and everything just help you go with the flow. You're trying to control everything, and then it doesn't work. And it doesn't bring you happiness or peace. All right. So that is for you guys, Pisces. All right. If you'd like to know more about yours, please go ahead and make a booking appointment for September, or if you just want to make an appointment, that would be fantastic. Just go to the divinewarriorintuitive.com. And you can see also too, I have other packages there for fitness and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, and for coaching. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Share with your friends. Share with your friends. Okay, so we're gonna go to Leo next. Leo, Divine, what do you have for Leo? This little quick message for them. What do you have for Leos? Leo rising. Anybody on the other side, guides or ancestors? Anybody who wants to come through for Leos? I thought that said brownie. I must be getting hungry. Broken open. The number 10. Something ending, something beginning, something new. Something's broke open. Something's released. Something's made lighter. I hear lighter. I feel much lighter. Like things are happening. After September 3rd, guys, yeah, because you know what? Venus is now no longer in a retrograde and things are going to lighten up. So this would be really, really, really great for you guys. All right, Leos. So something new, something fresh, something that you want to happen or something to do, okay, is really good for you. So broken open, definitely. Let's see what else Divine has to say for Leo. Oops. If you want that card, please drop it again. Leos. Ooh. Oh my goodness, good things coming for Leos this month. Good things coming. So something's broken open. There's probably been some really fast communication. I don't know what this is. It doesn't say. It says cups. It's cups of desires and everything. And there's stars. Stars are a lot to do with spirituality. And then we have the Hierophant in the center. So we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Hierophant, and then we have the Nine. Nine is prevalent in September. Nine is seems to be the number for September. Nine again being your heart's desires, what you want, what you do. But also there's fast communication. There's something happening fairly quickly. It's happening sort of in the horizon, so it might be happening now. It might be happening for the future. However, you're going to have to really reach to your intuition and really pay attention to divine and the guides on the other side to help you make this decision. Or if it's not a decision, move forward in what is it that you want to do because it's for you. This is your, as we said in the very beginning for the collective, is that this is a fruit bearing month. This is something that you've worked hard for, you want to do. It is coming to you. And I'm not predicting, I'm just saying that your hard work and everything that you have to do is paid off. Something had to finish, whether it was a project, whether it was relationship, whether it was a job, whether it was whatever it was, it had to come to a finish so that you could feel this relief, this happiness, this joy, this broke open, like, yes, it finally happened. That kind of energy. All right. This one's a very simple reading. It has not done much. There are people watching you, so be really mindful on how you act and react. Either whether you're going through some discussions, debates, or whatever. Please, somebody's in the background watching you. So please be careful in how you handle it because you're teaching them how to handle it. So it's sort of like when our kids watch us fight in front of them. Well, I don't do that. I don't fight with my partners. I don't even have a partner. But when I did, I don't fight in front of my kid because they learn that. That's the way that, oh, that's how you get love, or that's how you get what you want, or that's how you, or sort of you go into a retail store and these kids where I work, or there's lots of kids, and how they do the fake cry. I want that. But then one really, really cries, and you know the difference. So this is be really mindful that um, how you handle yourself. Again, it may teach somebody else, and they may learn from you. All right. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Something has completely released. It's almost I can see chains falling off of somebody. Is when I taught or when I made my video series. I have a 3-part series on sexual abuse, um, heal and grow, manage sexual abuse. It was just like chains coming off. So each time I would do a video or each time I would talk about it, it was chains because I knew I was helping somebody because it's a burden and it's that release where you have broken and the chains just fall off. And I want that for whoever it is. I don't know why I mentioned that. Must be somebody that needed to hear it. So if you want, called Picking Up the Pieces on my channel, divinewarriorintuitive.com, and there's a 3-part series and helping you heal in your sexual abuse or abuse. All right. Great, great, great reading. I know this is a short one. However, if you want more of a reading, or I do personal readings, please go ahead and book a reading on my website, divinewarriorintuitive.com. Otherwise, just like and subscribe. It's free. Why not? All right. Hope you have a wonderful week, and we will go and move on to Aries. All right, Aries. Let's move on to Aries. Aries, divine. Divine, if there's anything for Aries, Aries rising, please share it with me now. If there's anybody on the other side that would like to come through. A lot of you guys, when I talk this way, it's like I get pop thoughts, I get messages, I get, I don't know, visions, I get all kinds of things. I just get messages. I don't, people like, and sometimes they make sense to me and sometimes they don't. They make sense to somebody else and not me. And that's why I don't remember my readings when I'm done. That's why I tell you, if you want to do a reading and you want to book a reading, then you have to record it because I'm not going to remember it. And I don't record them. The only ones I record are for YouTube on here. All right. The Royal You, the number 7. The Royal You, the number 7. So this is knowing your own value. Okay. Aries, knowing your own value. A lot of the times you guys jump into things when you don't even think. And then later you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. But this is about your own value. This is about what you want for your future. And also standing up for your authentic self. So somebody needs to be standing up for their authentic self, okay? And it does take work to do that. It does take a lot of energy to say, you know what? No, I'm going to do this for me. This is for me. It's not selfish. You've got to put yourself first before you do anything for somebody else. I'm doing that right now. I've took 4 or 5 days off, and I said, this is my time. Don't ask me to do anything unless it has to do with my leather work. I'm not filling out forms. I'm not making appointments. I'm not doing anything for anybody else. I'm talking to my daughter, enjoying my daughter, and that's it. And it's been the most peaceful time in a long, long time. And I'm not saying that I'm selfish. It's just that I do everything for other people all the time. So this is my time. So don't be afraid to take time for yourself. All right, Aries, please don't. But also to be really mindful in how you move forward because it creates more of a kerfuffle in your head. And what I mean by that, you've got the Knight of Swords, you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and you have the 9 of Swords. Okay, and when you have those things all together, you're not walking in your own truth. It's like your self-esteem is low. You think that you're lower than other people, so you do things to manifest things the way that you want them. So Aries, just sort of say, you know what? This is what I like. This is what I don't like. If you like it, you don't like it. And when you move into something, don't move so quickly. Just take some time and think about it because whatever you do is going to affect another person. So that's why you have to always think about yourself first. Is this good for me? Is this not good for me? I'll take dating for an example real quick. Somebody jumps into a relationship or a new dating thing and you go in and you're like, oh yeah, they're very nice. Let's go on a first date and see how it goes. But then you find out that you don't really have that much in common. But then, the person's like, well, would you like to go out again? And you're like, even though in your mind you're saying, I really don't think we have a lot in common. I really don't want to, but say, oh yeah, yeah, let's go out again. And then you don't and hurt their feelings rather than just saying, hey, you know what, we're not a good fit. And, I don't, if you want to be friends, we hate that. But you know what, if you want to be friends, then yeah, sure, let's be friends. Otherwise, I just don't think we'd be a really good match for me. And that's telling who you are. That's your royal self. That's allowing yourself to love yourself. It's not putting you higher than anybody. It's not putting you lower than anybody. It's just saying it is what it is. Okay, because there's a lot of work to do that. But you create more stress not only for yourself but for others when you don't do that. Okay, I don't know who this is for, Aries, but walk in the truth. The Knight of Swords, the sword isn't drawn, so just because when you draw a sword, you're either defensive or you're trying to defend or you're trying to fight somebody. But when the sword is not drawn, this is your opportunity to really work on things and to communicate and make things more open in that. So love yourself enough to either one, take the time that you need for yourself, or if you're going to get into a relationship, make sure you think it through before you jump in. Because Aries, you guys have a habit of really going in all strong and then backing off because you get bored really easy. So that's for Aries. If you'd like more of your Aries reading, please go ahead and go on divinewarriorintuitive.com and book a reading, maybe a half an hour or something. If you have anything that you need to talk about, share, or whatever, anything. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. All right. So we're going to go on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Here we go. Sagittarius divine. I should have brought water. I wasn't going to do each and every one, but Divine said do each one. So I said, okay. So we are going to do Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Divine, what is it that you want to share with Sagittarius? Anybody from the other side? Any guides would like to come through and share any pop thoughts, messages, energies, or anything of that nature for Sagittarius? Please come through at this time. All right. What's going on with you guys, Sagittarius? It is what it is. It's the number 6. So you're not quite there with rewards. You're working on things. Somebody's got a negative attitude. It's like, yeah, well, it doesn't work. Well, it is what it is. Not reality. You manifest. What is it that you're manifesting? There's a lot of cloud around this door. There's a lot of cloud around this door. So things are not as they seem. So Divine has me look at certain things on these cards, and he wants me to look at the smoke. So, smoke and mirrors kind of a thing. So really be mindful and pay attention to what is going on, and is it really what it is? It is something that is maybe that you don't see. Really pay attention to your intuition on this, Sag, because there's something going on that you can't see. It is not what it is. If it smells like a horse, looks like a horse, it is a horse. However, in this case, there's smoke there that says, is that a donkey? I don't know why I use that scenario. I guess for horses. But yeah, so it doesn't. So you're looking at something from the distance. You're not looking at the whole details. All right. I don't know what that is for somebody, but you're not looking at all the details. The number 6. So you got to really pay attention moving forward with this 6 energy. You've got to really pay attention in moving forward. Okay. We've got the 7 of Cups. We've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. There's a lot of things going on that's taking your focus off, and that's what's showing you the smoke and mirrors, and that you're not paying attention to your inner self, your intuition, Sag. The thing is that you've really got to focus in on that one thing. If you focus in on the door, you're going to gradually just see the door, the smoke and mirrors. It's sort of like if you get a speck on your glasses or a speck on your windshield, it really bothers you at first. But then as you're driving or you're still looking through your glasses, it goes away. It's still still there, but it goes away. That's what's going on here is you're not seeing everything, or you're seeing too many things, and you're not focusing in on what you really need to focus in on. So when you see that speck on your windshield, you're focused in on the road. Okay, I've got to get here. I got to go there. I can't focus in on this. I call that noise. There's a lot of noise. The noise being a lot of people, a lot of things that are going on, a lot of manipulation, a lot of okay, opinions. They keep saying opinions. There's a lot of opinions going on out there. You need to focus in. This is a learning lesson for you because it's the number three of Pentacles. It's a learning lesson for you, or it's maybe this is happening to somebody and you need to share this. It's like you need to get rid of the noise and really focus in on what your spirit and your heart is telling you to do, Sag, because if it is what it is, it's not all that is. Okay. It is not all that is. Okay. So you really have to pay attention to what's going on. This is a lesson. And to acknowledge, because you have the number 6, 7, and 3. So you really need to acknowledge that there really might be something else going on than what you don't see. All right. I don't know what that is to you, but that's what divine is sharing. Okay. And who else is on the other side giving me all these images and thoughts and thoughts and everything like that. So if you want more of a reading, Sagittarians, please go to my website and book a reading. It is divinewarriorintuitive.com, or like, share, subscribe, and you'll be able to be notified for the next reading. I will get back into doing separate readings, but not right at the moment. All right. We've got Virgos next. Virgos next. My daughter keeps trying to reach out to me. Let me just go ahead and message her for a second. Okay. Virgos. Divine, what is it that you would like me to share with Virgos? Virgos. Any Virgo rising signs? What is it that you would like me to share with Virgos? If there's anybody else that would like to come through, their ancestors, guides, anybody that would like to share, they would know it's for them. Please come through at this time. All right, feeling the world. Oh boy, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Virgos, number 4, foundation, finding a balance, or finding your roots, finding out what's going on um, from feeling the world. So August was full of a lot of crap for a lot of Virgos, okay? A lot of things happened in August for Virgos. And the thing is, feeling the world. You're just feeling it, okay? You're really just feeling everything that went on. However, remember, September is time of opportunity. Venus going direct. Yes, that is a happy, happy time for me, actually. But the thing is, we also have Jupiter going in retrograde on the 4th. So this is a time to really feel what you went through, but also grow from that. Learn why you might have gone through that. Don't turn negative on the things that you're going to. Thank you. So he's saying also that some of you are looking too much outside your world. So a lot of the times we try to focus in on, how did that get in? Sometimes we focus in on other things that are going around us, and it takes the focus off on our world. We're only given a certain amount of time on this earth, so really pay attention to what's important to you. What's important to you should be anything that you cannot take with you, anything that has no monetary value. What we can take with us when we cross over is our emotions. We can take our memories. We can take love. Love is a big one. Love is everything on the other side. We can take anything of integrity and character and all that kind of stuff. How do I know? Talk to my mom. Talk to my mom. She's gone. She's been gone since 2010. But the thing is, feeling the world, don't let this world get you down. A lot of the things, I don't know if you're in the United States or not, a lot of politics going on, a lot of people on Facebook and all this stuff getting really into this and, knee. Stay away from that, because that's just going to bring you into that world of a place you don't need or want to be. It's sort of like the news. I don't even like to listen listen to the news. It's so negative and it's so controlled. If you don't know that, then the news is controlled by the government. So, and channels and all that kind of stuff. So, when you're feeling the world, maybe you're feeling it too much, then you need to step back and listen to your spirit and try to find peace in it again, because it is about the number four. Number four, building a new foundation, building something new, something fresh, something, um, and grounding it. Getting some obsidian, ground it, kind of a thing. The High Priestess is your card, along with the Knight of Pentacles. And again, here we go. Sagittarius had this as well. Is the Three of Pentacles. So what is this about? This is about spirituality versus the world. Spirituality versus the world, walking more away from the world. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. I don't know how divine does it. I don't even know how supernatural does it. All I know is that's my ability. So I don't know how he does it, and I don't question it because it's beyond my brain power. But this is again, and why they say it's a spiritual battle, because it is about black and white. It's about ups and downs. It's about positive and negative, however you want to look at it, and how you base your mindset. Okay. When you look at the world, she looks sort of like, yeah, I'm looking from the outside in. That's what we should be doing, because we're really not from here. We're really not. We're from out in space. We're just energy. We're borrowing this vehicle to move around. We're just energy. So, but you have to look at, it's the two. It's about bringing balance, the number two, between the spiritual world, Virgos, and in the world, the earth. Okay. This is a learning process for you. September is going to be a lot of opportunity to learn and grow about yourself inside. Okay. This is a time where you're going to probably look at what is important to me. Thank you. What is important to me and what I want to do about it. So, a lot of things you want to look at and say, hey, is this something I can take with me? If it's not, then don't worry about it. If it's something that is material, let it go. That's the world. That's gonna someday be gone. I don't know when, billions of years, who knows? It's gonna be gone. Hey Felix, long time no see. I saw your post. Good job. You're doing a great job. Awesome. Microphone's bad. Is it too far away? Probably. I need a whole new system. I need a whole new system. Is it better if I talk like this? Oh my gosh. So tell me I've done this whole thing with a bad microphone. Yeah, I need some new equipment bad. So that's why I haven't really been on. My equipment's starting to fail. And hopefully this is much better. Is it better? It's not even moving. Is it? Yeah, it is. But Virgos, we really want to focus in on what this process is, and the spiritual side versus the earthly side. Okay. Some of you are really wanting to buy some things. Really be careful. I'm going to say this not only from a spiritual side, but also a worldly side, is that you really want to focus in on things to buy of your needs here. And a lot of people are, as you can tell by the markets, are going to fall, or they're going to become a lot harder. Put it that way. Be really, really nice, a lot harder. So, Virgos, buy things that you want, or not want, but need at this time, because there is a spiritual thing going on here with Earth and you. And I don't know what it is, but put the desires last for a little while. Okay. Because whatever you went through in August and July, you need to recoup. So that might be energy, that might be money, that might be healing, licking your wounds from a relationship. But whatever it is, it's moving towards growth. So this is an opportunity time. September is an opportunity time, Virgos, for you to learn how to heal, how to refuel, how to manage, and how to help yourself in the future. Again, if it's money, make sure you buy out of needs, not wants right now. All right. All right, Virgos, thank you for that. I am going on to Capricorns next. But if you want more of your reading for Virgos, please go to divinewarriorintuitive.com and order a booking or book a booking, whatever you want to call it. And I would be happy to do that for you. Or there's other things there too that you can buy and all that kind of stuff. All right, here we go. We are going on to Capricorns. Capricorns. Divine. We're on to Capricorns. If there's any message, Divine, if you want to give to Capricorns, Capricorn rising, please do so. If there's anybody on the other side, guides or ancestors that want to come through and give me thoughts and messages to help out the Capricorns, I'd appreciate it at this time. Capricorns, what is the message Divine is trying to share with you today, Capricorns? All right. A burst of magic. Ooh, a burst of magic. Now, I love this picture of the lotus. It's very, very beautiful. However, a burst of magic in this sense, we have to recognize, um, thank you. We have to recognize not only the positive things, because it's number three in numerology, because number 48, 48 turns into number three. And it is not magic. There isn't magic really. It's all about coincidence, noticing the good things, noticing and paying attention to what you are being blessed with, paying attention to the things that are happening right rather than the things that are happening wrong, paying attention to all those things, because a lot of the times we're so focused in on life itself, Capricorns, that we don't see or pay attention to. Um, my daughter does it sometimes, and she'll look at all the negative stuff, and I'm like, "Well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And what about this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah," because we teach ourselves to get into a habit of learning something one way, but we're our mindset is really hard to change because we're human and we're stubborn and we don't like change and we don't want to do that. So really paying attention to something that is going on around you. I don't know you, Capricorn, so this is probably from, July and August, maybe June, that has been going on, that maybe you're just like focused in on either the problem, the issue, something that is happening, and not really seeing outside the fence. I keep seeing something jump over the fence, so you're not seeing what's on the other side of the fence. So really pay pay attention to um, the magic. It's sort of like Disney. Everybody knows that I'm a Disney nut, right? So Disney, everybody's like, "Oh, that's such Disney magic." It's not. If you were to look behind the scenes, you could see everything that was really happening. However, when you don't know it or you see an illusion, you think it's magic. So these are things in your life that if you got to look at the little miracles and look at the it's almost like if you're driving and you almost hit a car, how did you not hit the car? That's a little miracle. It's like, wow, thank you for protecting me. A lot of the times giving thanks for the little things that we have is really, really important. Not just to the to the big things, because we miss those little things. Capricorns is not paying attention. Thank you. Not paying attention to the little things that he keeps showing you. And it's like, why do I always have to do big things? Why can't you just see the little things that I do from you for you day to day? It's like keep your health, keep you alive, keep your car running, keep you in your house, keep you wherever, keep you in a relationship. Hey, you haven't left, so that relationship must still be supposed to be there, right? So he's trying to show you the magic. It's not just always this big illusion. It's little illusions as well. Page of Swords, Eight of Swords, and Page of Cups. A lot of little newness here. A lot of little new things happening. So be mindful of that burst of energy. September, watch all those little things that are happening that you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh wow. Those kind of things. And they don't have to be big things. Watch those because there's a lot of things coming up. The Eight of Swords, this is where your center card is, where you want to go back to that old mindset. I hear the word complaining. Who's complaining? Stop complaining. When you complain, you not only stop a blessing if you believe in blessings, but you stop manifestation. So you can manifest things, but you can't manifest if you're always in this low vibration, low frequency energy. You cannot. It's like you're being held down by gravity. That's what you do when you complain, you moan and groan, you're not happy, you're not joy filled because you expect things outside that um, didn't happen. So an expectation is something that you put on. However, when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed. Don't have that expectation. Just go and be what it is and watch things happen. Watch the magic happen. Okay. This is a new energy. However, there's a curiosity to that. And the thing is, you've got to break that old habit and the old pattern of, I don't know who this is for, either complaining, you know, you're pessimistic rather than optimistic. You don't look at things. You don't see the little things. You don't see the magic. You're like, well, why should I? Nothing ever happens good for me. Nothing ever happens right for me. Well, that's because you're manifesting that because you're staying in the cesspool of mud and you're being drenched with mud because you don't allow yourself to get out of that victim situation, that victim mentality. Why does everybody else have good stuff? My daughter does this every time. Why is everybody around me rich and I'm not? Stop manifesting you're poor. You're not poor. Manifest you're rich because she is rich in wisdom and abilities. She's rich. She just doesn't, again, see the little bursts of magic. And I have to keep reminding her. And she's like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. So it's just the way that your brain trains yourself to be brainwashed in that. So focus in, guys, on the little things. Capricorns, focus in on those little miracles, those little blessings, those little things, those little magical things supernaturally that are happening to you. Embrace them so that your energies can flow out, your aura can grow, you can get to your higher self, and then we'll see what October brings. But because September is about opportunities, new opportunities. You've got new opportunities in September. Don't limit yourself. I heard somebody is limiting themselves. Do not limit yourself. If there's an opportunity coming your way, don't go, well, I can't do it. I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Don't blow it. There's an opportunity just waiting, coming up. I don't know what it is, but don't, envision the magic, what could happen if that did come to fruition, whatever that is. Whew, let's see what happens. So, this is your September reading, Capricorns. If you would like to have more readings, please, book a session on my divinewarriorintuitive.com. Or please just like, share, subscribe. It's free. So I would love to have you on my channel. All right. So lastly, we're doing Tauruses. I'll get all the earth signs last. So Tauruses. Let's see what Divine has for Taurus. Taurus. Divine, if there's anything that you want to bring in, what message you want to give to the Tauruses, Taurus rising, if there's anyone from the ancestors of the Tauruses or guides that would like to come in, please come in at this time. I hope you can't hear me sniffling because I've got a cold, but it's almost gone. And then I got to go back to work. What is today? Friday? Oh, man. I got to go back to work. All right. So, Tauruses, the merry motive, the number 2. So, bringing something together. This is a beautiful, beautiful light. This is about creating unity, creating a togetherness. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be love. It could be a relationship. It could be something, um, a partnership. It could be friendships. It could be a long time friendship coming back. It could be work. It could be bringing a partnership in work. It could be anything of that nature. All right. So let's see what Divine has to share for that. All right. I don't know. I love these cards, but I hate these cards. My daughter gave them to me. Um, and I love them, but I cannot shuffle them. This is the only way I can shuffle them because my hands are so small. So for Taurus, what do you have for Taurus on the other side, please? What would you like me to share with Taurus? All right, Taurus. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Fool. Hmm. Something new, something beginning. Something that maybe be in the thought process in September. Again, here the month is about opportunity again, right? So you really want to think about that. With the Queen of Pentacles, that's a lot about finances. This you've got the Five of Cups. Ugh, here we go with somebody being a pessimistic versus optimistic again. Okay, so you have something coming your way, possibly financially. Maybe you have an idea, a creation. Again, there's a motive. This is a positive motive. This is something that you might want to be doing. You're thinking about it. This is the beginning stages of it. This is awesome. This is about manifestation. However, you've got this little side of you that wants to look at all the, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't, I don't have this ability, I don't have this. It's like you're fighting your own passion. Divine wants you to do this, however you keep fighting it. So this is a spiritual battle between you and your calling and your purpose, because the Fool is looking at this. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're creating your own limitations, just like I think it was with Capricorns. Don't limit yourself. Don't create a limitation. Don't do that to yourself. Make sure that you can actually move forward with something that you want to do. The Queen of Pentacles is your first card, so it's saying yes, you can make this happen. You can make things. You want to become a Macari seller. You want an Etsy channel. You want to do something of that nature. Go for it, because the number 2 is there. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Cups. This is just something new you're afraid of. I don't know what that is for you, Taurus, but don't be afraid of it. It's actually going to bring others joy, and it's going to bring others more happiness, which will bring you happiness, because that's what you want to do. You're a person that would like to be, it could be a teacher. You might be able to want to teach, or maybe you want to go and get a degree in teaching, but whatever it is. But this is something new, and it's pure, and it's right. So whatever it is, it's in love and light, and divine wants you to do it. And I don't hear anybody on the other side stopping this. Okay, saying no, this isn't right. You're stopping yourself. So Tauruses, go for it, whatever it is, and do it in baby steps. Okay. So the Fool, the card, I can't reach very far, but it has moons around her. And the thing is, they're wanting me to look at the moons because it's a step by step process. You can't just jump into something, and it's sort of like going into business. Well, I want to do this, and then you just do it and you don't have your ducks in a row. There's got to be a process about it. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, the opportunity or this passion and heart desire, you got to put your mind aside and allow your heart to flourish in whatever it is. And whenever doubt or that low vibration energy comes in, stop it. Stop it and say, you know what? You're not going to do this. I'm going to keep moving this, because I know that God will guide me. God, divine, universe, they'll guide me, and this is where I'm supposed to be. I could tell you stories and stories and stories that happened to me that I did that, and I let them guide me, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. All right. So, Tauruses, this is your reading. This is, if you want more, please, go ahead and either subscribe, like my channel to get more notifications on other readings, or if you want to book a reading, please go to divinewarriorinintuitive.com. I also have coaching there. I also sell a few products there, and I would love for you to join there as well. So I hope this helped. Everybody have a great day, and walk in absolute truth and love until the next reading. Take care.